The blobfish. Yes, that's right, the blobfish. In its natural habitat, the cold, dark, and deep ocean, the blobfish is just like any other fish. They eat and swim and don't really think about much. Really, the most normal of fish. So, how is such a normal fish so well known? Besides its unfortunate name, what makes the blobfish so special? Somehow, they are most famously known for their deathly glow. I phrase it this way because sadly, blobfish cannot survive outside of their home. The act of them being lifted out of the ocean is what inherently causes the appearance we've learned to grow and love. However, sadly, this action causes them to perish. So, yeah, they don't look that great out of water, but some would argue otherwise. Okay, so it looks funny. What else do we know about them besides how they look? Well, blobfish are found off the deep coasts of Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand. Also, they lack muscle and have a density slightly less than that of the water. This allows for them to float above the sea floor without wasting too much energy on swimming. Blobfish are also really short. They have been seen being about 12 inches or 30 centimeters long. And when I say they live in the deep, dark, cold, and wet ocean, I mean it. Because blobfish live at the depths between 600 and 1200 meters. That's 2,000 and 3,900 feet. That's really deep water. Before, I mentioned that they lack muscle. They make up for that flaw by consuming crustaceans such as crabs, lobsters, mollusks, sea urchins, etc., and even falling organic matter known as marine snow. Blobfish also lack a swim bladder, which is what usually helps other fish stay so buoyant in the water. And before I forget, they also have really soft and delicate bones. All of these factors contribute to them being really squishy. What else can I tell you about them? Well, blobfish can lay up to 100,000 little pink eggs on the seafloor. 100,000! Safe to say, they're living in abundance, right? Right? Blobfish are not officially classified as endangered, but they are vulnerable. Oh. Well, they are marked vulnerable for many reasons. For one, they are so deep in the ocean, it's hard to keep track of the squishy little guys. Also, deep sea trawling. These boats frequently catch blobfish in their nets, and as previously mentioned, they don't survive the trip up. Their laziness also attributes to it. They move so slow, which make them easy to eat. And since they are slow and have no means to protect themselves, this causes their young to be vulnerable. All of these issues make it difficult for populations to bounce back from external threats. Despite the odds, blobfish are attentive parents. They nest in groups and will guard their eggs until they hatch. Also, again, despite their lethargic little lives, the blobfish's life is, in fact, not so little. As it's estimated, the blobfish can live up to 130 years. That is a super long time. Blobfish are also lazy eaters. Since they lack muscles for swimming strong and fast, they have to wait patiently. They hover just above the seafloor and then simply wait for small crustaceans, opening their large jaws up to swallow them whole. So what really attributes to their fame? Well, I know it's definitely not all of those other cool facts. At the end of the day, it's all about looks. In 2013, the blobfish was voted the world's ugliest animal by the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. Rather than operating as a traditional wildlife charity, they use comedy, public events, and education to highlight threatened species that receive relatively little attention because they are not considered conventionally attractive. So, the blobfish is just very fitting. Thanks to the blobfish's fame, you can almost call them conservation mascots because when more people learn and hear about them, it brings notice to the deep ocean and the many aquatic species that inhabit it. Speaking of which, blobfish are actually part of a bigger family. Blobfish belong to the fathead sculpin family, which includes many other weird-looking bottom-dwelling fish. So no, it's not an evolutionary accident. They're part of an entire group of fish adapted to deep water life. However, I'd like to remind everyone that in the water, they look completely different than when out of it. And really, they're a pretty normal-looking fish for the most part. Well, I was going to end the video here, but because it's YouTube, you need at least like 10 minutes of content for it to gain any traction. So, enjoy me drawing, and in the meantime, I'll pop up some photos of the blobfish. Also, if anyone watching would like to see me draw more fish or talk about them, please leave your suggestions in the comments below. Okay, back to me drawing. If you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you so much for watching. This is my first video on the channel, so please like and subscribe if you want to see more of me.